Hello guys, I'm audible. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Tanmay.
Oh. So yesterday we saw the means introduction of the threads, right? What is thread and where it is present and what is the definition of the threads we saw yesterday, right? So thread is a subpart of the process. Right? Thread is a subpart of the process means we can also say that thread is a small task, right? Thread is a small task. We can say that no, because we yesterday we take one example like a VLC. VLC is a big task. Inside the VLC there are small tasks like video, audio, or the progress bar. These are the small tasks, right? Which are present in the big task. Big task means the process, and small task means the thread. So, what is meant by thread? Thread is a subpart of the process. Okay, thread is a subpart of the process, or thread is a small part. Okay, small part or the small task. Okay, well, now we can say that yesterday we saw I told you about the how we will create a thread in the inside the Java. So there are two ways by which we can create a thread. There are two ways by which we can create a thread: by thread class and by runnable interface. Thread class is a predefined class which is already created by the Java people, and runnable is a predefined interface which is already developed by the Java people. Okay, just we need to implement or the extend that, we need to use that. Okay, now we will try to create that. There are few steps to create a thread. Okay, there are few steps to create a thread by thread class also and by runnable interface also. So now we will see step by step how we will create a thread. So simple. First step is that we have to extend a thread class. Okay, first thing is that we have to extend the thread class. We will see what are the things present inside the thread class. There are multiple methods, multiple constructor which are present inside the thread class. That are we will see after the creating the thread, right? So first we will see what is the thread. Okay, what means how to create a thread, the thread class. So first step is that we have to extend the thread class. We have to extend the thread class. So simple, I will come to Eclipse here. I will remove this all the things. Okay, so this is my class. Okay, this is my class. So first step is that what we need to do. First we need to extend the thread class. Extend thread class. Simply, I am extending the thread class. This is my first step to create a thread. It is a predefined class. If you see here, if I select this and open declaration, this is the predefined class which is created by the Java people and which is internally implementing the runnable interface. Okay, it is internally implementing the runnable interface, and inside the thread class there are lots of constructor and lots of methods are present inside the thread class, and this is the predefined class. Okay, we have not created this is created by the Java people. Okay, just we need to extend that and we need to use this method. Okay, use this class. Here what we need to do first, we did that is the oh sorry first step we did, that is the extend thread. Now what is the second step here? We have to override the run method. We have to override the run method. Means inside the thread class there is a run method, so we need to override the run method here. So simply what we will do, public void and the run. Simply we will write like that, and inside the run method what we will write, we will write the thread task, which task we want to executed by the thread. Okay, we will write inside the run method. We will write here the thread. Simply, this time I'm writing here system.out, and I'm writing here first thread. Simply, I'm writing here the first thread. This is our thread task. Inside the run method, we will write the test thread task, which task we want to perform by the thread. Okay, so whatever we write inside the run method, that will be a thread task. That will be a thread task. So this is my thread task for now. Okay, after that we will see the another step. Step 3 is a create an object of the class. Simply, we know these things. We will come here and we will create a main method. Inside the main method, we have to create an object. Simply, object of the class. So which class object we have to create? That is the current class object. Which is the current class here? That is the test. Simply, we will create a test class object, and here the obj. So this is our thread. This is our thread we have created here. This is called as the thread. Okay, so here our thread is creating. In this step our thread is created, which is our thread, that is this one is our thread, and JVM will allocate name to the thread. Like every people have different names, no? So same like that, every thread have the different name. If we want to give the name to the thread, we can give the name by for that name. For giving the name to the thread, we have a methods also. But if you are not giving the name, JVM will allocate the default name to the thread. Okay, JVM will allocate default name to the, like a thread 0. If you create a, now if I created a thread, this one, this thread name is a thread 0. After that, if I create another thread, then that thread name is a thread 1. Like that, the JVM will give name to the thread. So this is our thread we have created here. So this thread name is a thread 0. JVM will allocate a default name to the this thread. Okay. If you want to give the name, we can give this also by set name or the get name. We will see that after. Okay. So in this step we have created a thread. Now what we need to do? What is the last step? That is the step for start the thread using the start method. Okay. We have to start the thread using the start method. So simply we will come here and we have to start the thread. Object dot, simply we need to write start. If we write like that, our thread will be start. Okay, if we write like that, our thread will be start. Object dot start. Object dot start will be called the run method. If you write object dot start, it will call the run method. Internally it will call the thread class method, that is start method, and from that start method it will call this run method. This run method it will call. Now if I run this one, our thread will be execute. See, this is our thread. This is our first thread we have successfully created, successfully executed. Okay. Uh, okay. This is the thread we have created. First thread we have successfully created now. Okay. With the help of thread class, we have successfully created a thread. Now we will see the life cycle. Every people have also life cycle. So same like that, we thread have some life cycle. Now we will see how our thread will be thread have the life cycle. Okay, so inside the life cycle of thread we have a multiple phases. Inside the life cycle of thread we have a multiple phases. First phase is a create, burn, or the new thread. In this phase our thread will be create, or we can say it can be burn, or it can be a new thread will be create. After that, thread will be come to the runnable phase. Okay, from create to runnable phase. This is the second phase of our thread. From the create or burn or new thread, our thread will become to the runnable state. After runnable state, the thread will become to the running state. Okay, after JVM locate the processor. When our thread will be execute. Yesterday I told you, right? When our thread will be execute, or when our task will be execute, when any thread or any task come to the processor, any thread will be allocate the processor. That time only our thread or the task will be execute. Every task will be execute in the processor. Every task is execute in the processor. So when our thread will be also come to the means start executing, when JVM allocate the processor to the thread, that time only our thread will be start executing. Okay, that time only our thread start executing. After running phase, our thread will be come to the dead state. After completing all the tasks, it will come to the dead state. I will explain you all the things. Okay, if you perform if you perform any sleep method or waiting method or suspend method on the thread, the thread will become to the non-runnable state. Thread will be come to the non-runnable state if we perform any method like sleep, wait, or suspend, or any method like which stop the execution of the thread. Okay, that thread will become to the non-runnable state. It will wait for the some time while that slice of time will be over. If that slice of time will be over, the thread will become to be runnable again. It will be come to the runnable again. After that, from runnable it will come to the running again. Okay, it will be come to the running again, like a man. Okay, if you take the real life example here. Okay, man suppose man will be born. Okay, man will be, every people will be born. Right, after that it will ready for the, it will study and it will ready for the life. Like means it will be study hard and it will ready for the job. Okay, after that here it is not doing the job. Inside this runnable phase, it is not doing the job, it is ready for the job. Here it is doing the job. Inside the running phase, it is doing the job here inside the running phase. Okay, after its life is over, I mean this man's life is over, it will come to the dead state. When the man's life is over, it will come to the dead state, and from dead state it will not come again to the burn state. Okay? Man, one man or one people will die, so that will not come into the burn state, right? It will not burn again. If we dead, if the man will be dead, it will not burn again, right? This is the thing. Same like that. Okay, and if he lost the job, what it will do, it will come to the runnable phase for the some time, right? And again it will, he will prepare, and he will ready for the job, and again he will do the job. Okay, he will do the job. And like that it will work. Same like that our thread is also work. First thread will be create. Okay, first thread will be create. After the create, after the creating the thread, thread will become to the runnable state. It will be come to the runnable state. Inside the runnable state, our thread is ready for the execution. Here our thread will not execute. Here our thread will not execute. Here our thread is ready for the execution. Here our thread is ready for the execution. After JVM allocate the processor to the thread, after JVM allocate the processor to the thread, that time only our thread will start the execution in the running phase. Okay, inside the running phase, the thread is executing. Okay, in the running phase, our execution of the thread is begin. Okay, inside the running phase. After thread complete the task, the thread will become to the dead state. After thread complete the task, it will come to the dead state. From dead state, the thread will not burn again. Any thread is dead, okay, that will not burn again. Okay? And if you perform if the thread is in the running state, and if you perform any sleep method or waiting method or suspend method on that, so it will come to the non-runnable state, and from non-runnable state it will wait for the slice of time. If that slice of time will be over, then it will come to the again runnable state. Here the runnable, in the runnable state, thread is again ready for the execution. When GVM allocate processor to that thread, then thread will be again ready to execute. Means it will execute again, and then it will complete its task, and it will come to the dead state. This is the life cycle of our thread. Okay, this is the life cycle of the thread. So this like our thread will be one. Anyone have any issue till here? Anyone have any issue? Then it will be thread running state. Okay, so see, firstly thread will be burned, then it will come to the runnable state. Okay, in the runnable state, thread is ready for the execution. Suppose the man will be ready for the job. Then when it will do the job, when some company will allocate the job, that time only it will do the job, right? So same like that, the thread will be in runnable state when GVM allocate the processor to the thread. When GVM allocate the one processor to the thread, that time only our thread will be come to the running state. Okay, that time only thread will be come to the running state, and after the running state, when task is complete, this thread will be come to the again into the dead state. Okay, say that's like our thread will be one. Okay, anyone have any another issue? Anyone have any another issue? Let me see. Okay, okay, same like that our thread will be work. Now here 3 and the 4. Why I wrote here 3 and the 4? Suppose you are seeing here inside the steps. So what is our third step? That is the create an object of the class. So here we are creating the object of the class. So here what it is doing? Here our thread is creating. Thread is create, or our thread is burn here. This is the first phase of our thread. Here our thread is creating or thread is burn. After that, when our thread will become from uh, burn state to the runnable state, see here the third step. Inside the third step, our thread will be come from burn state to the runnable. See here, if you life cycle also, see after the fourth step, if you sorry, after the fourth step, inside the third step, our thread will be created, and after the fourth step, our thread will be come from burn state to the runnable state. After the fourth, if you perform the start method on the thread, that our thread will become from burn state to the runnable state. And inside the runnable state, our thread will be ready for the execution. Okay, our thread will be ready for the execution. It is not executing in the runnable phase. Remember this thing. Okay, it is not executing in the runnable phase. When GVM allocate the processor to the thread, after that only it will ready for the it will start executing the thread. Okay, it will start executing the thread. Okay, it totally depend on the thread scheduler. thread schedule is there, which is responsible to allocate the processor to the thread, which is responsible to allocate the processor to the thread. It is completely depend on the thread scheduler. Okay. After that, here our thread is created. Here our thread is created, and if we perform object dot start method, our thread is going from burn to the runnable phase. Burn to the runnable phase. In this point, our thread will become from burn to the runnable phase, and now our thread is ready for the execution. Okay, and now our thread is the ready for the execution, and when JVM allocate the processor, our thread will be start executing. Okay, our thread will be start executing. Okay, so this like we can create a thread, and this like our life cycle of thread will be burn. Okay, now we will see here how we will create a thread using the runnable interface. Okay, here we will come and we will see the step to create a create a thread using the runnable interface. So first thing we will see how what are the constructor and what are the methods which are present inside the thread class. First we will see that inside the thread class there are many constructors present, like this one, the thread runnable target, thread string name. Like that, we have a multiple constructors which are present inside the thread class, and thread is a predefined class which is already created by the Java people. Okay, inside the thread class there are many methods which are present inside our thread class. That is the uh, run, start, current thread, is alive. After that, get name, set name, then is daemon, set daemon. After that, get priority, set priority. First, first box is the method which are inside the first box, that is known as the basic method. These are all are the basic methods. Get time, set time are the naming methods. Okay? And the is daemon, set daemon are the daemon get method, and the get priority, set priority method are the priority based method. Another method which are present inside the thread class are these are the things, that is the sleep method, fill method, join method, suspend, resume, stop, restart. These are the deprecated method. All methods are deprecated from the Java. Now we are using this method, that is the sleep, yield, and the join. These are all are the event thread execution method, and below that we have an interrupt, is interrupted, and the interrupted method, this is called as the interrupting a thread method. Okay, this is called as the interrupting a thread method. So these are all the methods which are present inside the thread class. Thread is internally implementing the enable interface. Is internally implementing the enable interface. Now we will see how to create a thread by using the runnable interface. Just we saw that how to create a thread using the thread class. Now we will see how to create a thread using the runnable interface. Simply we will come here, is that here, and we will see, not this one, there is steps here. Okay, so what is the first step by which we have to create the runnable interface? First, implement the runnable interface. First, what we need to do, we have to implement the runnable interface. So we will come here inside the Eclipse. We will remove this all the things. Now we will try to create a thread by runnable interface. Simply, first step is that we have to implement the runnable interface. Simply, I'm implementing the runnable interface. After implementing the runnable interface, it is giving a error. It is giving the error. Why it is giving the error? Anyone knows?
Yeah, we should override the
Yes,
run.
we have to override the methods. Whatever methods which are present inside the runnable interface, we have to override that. We saw that, right? When we learn the interface, that we saw that. So I will right click and open declaration. We'll see what method which are present inside the runnable interface. See, inside the runnable interface, only one method is there. That is the run method. Okay, only run method is there. So we need to override this run method. So simply I will come here. This is the second step, override run method. We will simply come here and we will override the run method. We can override from here also, or we can write by ourselves also. So I'm writing here and implement. So here we have override the run method, and inside the run method what we will write, inside the run method what we will write, hello, statements. Okay, uh,
Thread task.
thread task, right? We will write here the thread task. Simply I will write here the thread task. What task I need to perform by the thread. Okay, so I will write here system.out. In here I am writing by runnable. Okay, by runnable interface. We will write by runnable interface. Now what is the next step? Okay, what is the next step? Is the step 3. Create an object of the class. Same like a thread class we have created, no? Same like that. Simply we will write here main method. Here we have to create the object of the class. We have to create the object of the class. Simply we will create, come here, we will create the object of the class, new test. Here, okay, we will write simply over here. And what we will do, what is the next step? Any guess? Any guesses? What is the next step? What will be the next step? Anyone knows? Any guesses?
Object dot start.
Object dot start, right? We will start, try to write like that, object dot start. So here it is not, if I write like that, it is giving the error. Why it is giving the error? Because inside the runnable interface we have only one method, that is the run method, right? And if you want to execute the run method, we want the start method, right? We want the start method. So that start method is present inside the thread class. The start method is present inside the thread class, right? Start method is present inside the thread class. So what we need to do first? First we need to write a first we need to create an object of the thread class. But first we want a start method, and which are present inside the thread class only. So how to get the start method from the thread class? So simply we will create a thread class object here, and I will assign into the one variable th. Okay. Simply I have created one thread here. Okay, sorry, simply I have created the object of the thread here, and after that what I will do, simply I will write here the runnable target. Okay, runnable target, what is the target here? Okay, so which target we have to give here? See, if I right click and paste, see here, thread and the runnable target. Runnable target means which object we need to give here. Okay, which object we need to means we have to create a thread. Okay, so here we have this one, that is the obj, and here we have implements the runnable interface. Obj, which class object is this? This is the test class object. Here we have implements the runnable interface. So what we need to do here, we have to provide the runnable target. So which is the runnable target? Is the ob, which is the our runnable target, right? Now if I save this one, after that if I write here th dot start. After that, if I write here th dot start, the start method will execute. If I write like that, it is not giving any problem. Okay, so if I run this one, see, by runnable interface, it is printing now. It is printing now. Suppose if I not write here the obj, suppose if I not write obj, so what will be the output? Anyone knows? It is not giving any error. So what will be the output? Anyone? Any error or anyone? No output. When I saying no output, anyone have any guesses? See, if I run this one, we will try to run this one. Okay, if I run this one, okay, nothing we are getting, nothing we are getting, no output we are getting, because if we perform thread, okay, and if we perform th dot start, so what it will do, it will start the method which are present inside the thread class. It will execute the method which are present inside the thread class. So see, if I right click here, if I select and if I right click and if I open here, so inside the thread class there is a start method. See, str okay, start this one, this method it will call. Okay, which method it will, when we perform like that, this thread will be called this method. This is the thread class method. But if we write here the obj, so it will what it will do, it will perform the method on the object. Which class object is this? This is the test class object. Inside the test class object, the run method is there. So yes, it have the run method. This run method, it will perform the this run method. If you not performing that, it will perform only the thread class start method. If you not write anything here, so what it will do, it will execute the start method, but it will execute the start method in the thread class. Okay, it will execute the start method inside the thread class. So for that, we have to provide here the target, that is the runnable target. So here I'm providing the runnable target. If I run this one, it will be executed by runnable interface. So this type we can create a thread by runnable interface and by the thread class. So if I ask you what is the suitable way to create a thread, okay, which is the best way to create a thread, by using thread class or using the runnable interface. If I show you the steps also, it have the six step. Sorry, five step. It have the five step, and if you take the thread class, it have only the four step. Which is the best way to create a thread? Any guesses? Any guesses which is the best way to create a thread?
Thread class.
Thread class. Mahesh is also saying thread class. Manoj is saying also thread class. Okay, thread class. Now I will show you one scenario. Okay, I will show you some scenario. Chandu is also saying, okay, thread class. Okay, so here we have a class. Suppose we have a class here, and if I create a thread using the thread class, so what we need to do, simply extends the thread. Okay, and now I I have a different class also here. Class test one. Now I want to extend this class. How can I extend this class here? Now extend the class like comma and the test one. Can I extend this one? No, right? No, right. But suppose we have created the thread using the implements and the runnable. Okay, implements and runnable. Now, if I want to extend this one, can I extend here now? Can I extend this one? Yes. Sorry, Mohan is saying no. Okay, Manas Kumar is saying yes, Chandu is saying yes. Okay, so if I now extend this one, can I extend? Simply we can write here extends, and if you write test one, we can extend this also. Means we can extend also, and we can implement the runnable also. Right? So which is the best way? That is the runnable interface. The runnable interface, this is the best way to create a thread as compared to the thread class. Okay, now this is the two things by which we can create a thread. But why we are creating a thread? Okay, what is the need to create a thread? Okay, so we have many concept like oops concept and all. So why we need to create a thread? Simply we will take one example here, that is the VLC. Okay, this is my I have already created a class, that is the that name is VLC. Now what I will do, simply I will create a class here. There is Okay. Inside the VLC, there are small tasks are present like video, audio, and the progress bar. Like that, we will create a class. So simply, I am creating the class video. Okay, simply, I am creating the class first one, that is the video. After that, I am creating one method here, public void, and the play video. Play video. Simply, I am writing here, and in here, inside that, I am printing one statement, that is the playing video. Simply I am writing here playing video. After that I will create another one for the another task, that is the audio. And instead that, what we will do, public void and the play audio. Simply we are doing simple methods only. So simply I am writing this one. Instead that we will print another statement, is the system dot out. Here I am writing the audio. Okay, the audio, simply we are writing. After that we will create another class for the progress bar. In here I will create a method public void play. Instead that, what I am doing, simply I'm here also I'm printing one statement, is the playing. Okay, progress bar means progress bar. Okay, now we have created the simply we have created the classes, and the simply we have created the methods here. So first class we have created, that is the video. The small task we are creating VLC, no? So we have created the class video. Inside that we have created one method, that is the video. Inside that we are printing playing video, simple method. Okay, this is the simple method only. After that we have created same class like a video, like we have given the name as the audio. Instead that we have given the one, we have wrote one method, that is the play audio. instead that we are printing one statement is the playing audio, right? Playing audio. After that, I have created the progress bar also, and I have given the name as the PB. After that, public void PB play progress bar. After that, inside that I'm writing here system.out.println playing. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm make this playing. Now I want to call that method. So what we need to do? Simply we need to create an object of that, and we can call that, right? So simply I will come here main, right? Simply I will write here main method, and I have to create an object of the every class which are present here. So audio, video, and the progress bar. So simply I will call the video. Simply I am creating the object for the video. After that, what we need to do? Simply we will call that method which are present inside the video class. Which is that method? That is the play video. Video dot play video. Simple method. Same like that we will do for the audio class also. New audio. Here also we will assign one variable, or create an object audio dot play audio. After that, for progress bar also new pb and pb dot play video. Okay, now if I run this one, what will be the output? Now if I run this one, what will be the output now? Hello, anyone?
Playing video, playing audio, and playing
Progress bar, right?
video.
This is the output we will get. Simply we will come here. Here it will create an object. After that, video dot play video, it will call this method as the play video. After that, simply audio dot play video audio, it will come here and it will print this one, that is the playing audio. After that, pb dot play pb means it will come here and it will execute this method as the playing pb. Okay, it will print this one. If I run this one now, see, we will get this output, the playing video, playing audio, then playing TV, progress bar. Okay. Suppose we have a 3 hours movie. We have a movie which length is a 3 hour. So what it will do first? It will 3 hours. It will play the video. After that, after 3 hours, it will play the audio. And after 3 hours, it will execute the progress bar. It will after 3 hours, it will execute the progress bar. It will work like that, right? It will, when this method complete its execution, after that only this method will call. When this method will complete its execution, after that only this method will call. Right? Like that, it will work, right? Means till now we saw that. Till now we saw like that. If you create the any software with the OOPS concept, it will it will work like that. When this method will complete its execution, then this method will start execution. When this method will complete its execution, then this method will start the execution. Like that, it will work. Then we have a movie which length is 3 hours, so it will take 9 hours to complete all the things, right? That is the 3 hours play video, 3 hours play audio, 3 hours the play progress bar. But we don't want like that, right? We want to execute all the methods at the same time. We want to execute all the methods at the same time. So what we will do? Simply we will create an thread for this one, create an thread for this one, and we will create a thread for this one, and we will execute that. We will execute all the things in the same time. So this will execute all the things at the same time, and we will see the 3 hours movie in the 3 hours only, not in the 9 hours. Okay, so this like means because thread will be all the threads are execute at the same time. That's why what we will do, simply we will create this for the for we will create a thread for this one. We will create a thread for this one. Okay, so this like we have to do. So you know that how to create a thread, right? How to create a thread by thread class and the runnable interface. So you this is the your assignment to create a thread for that. You have to execute this program. So this is the assignment for the today. Anyone have any issue till here? Anyone have any issue? Okay. Okay, Manoj Singh, no, Manoj Singh, no. So what you need to do? What you need to do? Simply create a thread for this one. Create a thread for this one. You have to create 3 different threads and you have to execute. you have to you have to start that trade only. This is the assignment for the today. Okay. And today is a means whatever I taught till now, you have the seminar for the seminar, and you have a one and half or 1 hour you have to prepare for that. And we have a seminar today, means we can choose any 3 or 4 people, and they need to perform, means they need to have the they need to have give the seminar on all, means on the project today. Okay, so please be prepared. Okay, so thank you for your time, guys. Anyone have any issue, please ping me, or please ask me. I'm there only inside the search. Okay, if anyone have any issue, please ask me or please ping me on the group. Many people shall help you, or I will help you. And yes, thank you for your time. We will meet tomorrow. Bye.